History Month approaching, we are sharing stories from around the nation.
Today we're looking at the history of rock. Jasmine Bailey shows us how black musicians helped change the game.
The story of rock and roll begins at its root.
Rock and roll is not a genre that was built and grown in a vacuum. It's inspired by so many other amazing genres.
Waka Onwusa, chief curator at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, says gospel, blues, country, folk, bluegrass all led to today's melting pot of music that we call rock. Many of its pioneers are black.
You're talking about the Robert Johnsons, the John Lee Hookers, B.B. King, so many amazing bluesmen who have impacted the sound of rock and roll, who have inspired the sound of rock and roll, R&B, funk, hip-hop.
An undeniable evolution traced through the dozens of Black Rock Hall inductees.
Nina Simone, she was inducted in 2018. Isaac Hayes to Ray Charles, James Brown, Jay-Z, LL Cool J. I mean, our list goes on from past, present, and future.
Celebrating the past includes a deep look at black artists' fusion of music and activism, from Public Enemy inductees who brought socially conscious rap to the masses.
They were very raw in their message. The lyrics that we actually have on display in this exhibit called It's Been Said All Along is fight the power. I mean, fight the powers that be.
To Aretha Franklin, the first woman ever inducted. Franklin performed at Radio City Music Hall in this Valentino dress, singing Respect, a song that became the battle cry of a generation.
These are like anthems to encourage you through your fight, through your social justice fight, through your fight as a woman.
Here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, black artists are also celebrated for bringing the world music that sparks joy. You could argue no one does that like Earth, Wind & Fire.
On display, some of the elements' dazzling capes from their stage sets. Each exhibit an opportunity to tell the personal stories of icons like Tina Turner, who overcame domestic violence and owned the 80s, to Whitney Houston and Lionel Richie, who Onwusa says made music that was at times deemed not black enough.
Both of them stood strongly and stood so firmly in saying, I just want to make music. Just good music.
The struggle behind the music never overshadowing its impact.
That's the thing about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. When you come into this space, learning about these artists, like, oh my God, you know, like you identify with that moment, that song, that artifact, that dress, that music video. And there's so many mediums that are celebrated here to educate, inspire, and spark that joy.
Johnny B. Good. Iconic artist there.
Such great music, too.
Yeah, classics.
Through the whole decade.
Oh, yeah.